Should we move on to the Kampfpanzer?
Oh boy, my favorite.
That was a weird Southern Belle accent you decided to put on there, mate. Oh boy, I do declare that I think I have found my favorite. Anyhow.
Yeah, well, the little Mr. 50T is a Leopard with a T-54. Good old, it's a good old East German tank.
I dig about this a lot, and it's completely unrated, but do you think they'll give the Progetto some of its DPM back? Um, I think so. From what I know of this is going to be more incremental. Um, if you look at, again, a lot of the feedback Wargaming have been given, the way that the stuff has been worded, that they want to give 5,000 games to then test it. My assumption would be that they're going to do X amount. I don't know if it's a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. They're going to give it an amount of time, and then either go, yep, this works, or no, it doesn't. Now, the no, it doesn't bit will be interesting, because then do they stick on the same tanks until they get it right, which I think is going to drag on real long, or do they go, nope, okay, back to the drawing board on that tank. We will then start working on 2 more tanks. We've balanced 1 tank, and then just throw that one into the pot at a later date. I think that's one of the things that we'll probably talk about in a minute, and that'll be one of the real interesting parts, in my opinion. This is why I say I'm cautiously optimistic, because depending on how this works out, this could either be amazing or kind of meh. So we'll see. But I would like to see the Progetto gets DPM.
Not the same as PC though.
Thank you for the follow, JB. So Kampfpanzer. What would you say is the most fitting comparison for this tank?
T-54.
Right here. Where it's faster but loses out on DPM. Ooh, that is nice penetration comparison though, isn't it? So it's got the 105. It's got the 105.
Yeah. 268, 310. I don't think it has hash though, sadly.
New, it gets heat.
Oh.
And then HE.
No. Boring HE.
Hey Skull. I don't think Zelda's paying any attention to chat. She's in bed with her noise cancelling headphones, because who wants to listen to me apart from the people in chat, apparently.
Probably playing Animal Crossing.
No, the Switch. I was about to say the Switch is on charge, but no, it's not. Actually, I have no idea where it is. But that is her most recent obsession. Like anyone who plays Nintendo, apparently, they're all obsessed with that game. Anywho. Hey, Kung Fu, welcome.
So yeah, this has good HP, good armor, good mobility, good gun.
It's a weird looking thing, though.
I think it looks snazzy. Well, maybe at least with the skin.
Weird one. Because that's a medium tank, but that turret is strong, but then so's the hull.
It's because it's really sloped. Hey, you see where right there? That's a German tank, German medium with a good turret. We don't have those.
Hang on. Skull. I'll message her and see if she notices. Skull says hello. Yeah, so what's the gun depression on this thing?
8, I believe.
Yeah, 8. That's not bad. Right, okay. Come on, can I? Okay, no, that's over the. I'll have to do. So at the angle that you're firing up at that, there is no way of hitting the hatch at the back. Is that completely impervious? Hold down. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Shoot heat. There you go.
Oh yeah. Okay, maybe not. But that's still pretty strong. But that's another one. I never know what to think of tanks like that, because yay, it's got a play style, but the fact that it almost forces you to shoot heat if someone plays it well. I would rather there was like a hatch here or there, because it's got this rear hatch, but like you're almost never going to be able to shoot at that. What's it look like in the visual model?
Don't look at the back turret. That's weird.
got like a Russian. What are they 50? Well, they're not. Is it 50 cals? So I know the Russians have like a weird 50 cal gun that they use as anti-air. They shove it on some of their tanks.
It's like depressed into the backside of the turret. It's weird. That looks snazzy.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice looking tank. I wonder if we'll get all this camo things. I think we'll get something slightly different. Okay, I didn't mean to click that. I meant to click that. Let's go into the live one. So with the heat, obviously you're not gonna pen the upper plate. There's an okay pen angle here. If we're firing at the front, then yeah, the hull is pretty pennable. Yeah, to be fair, if we get loads of sandbags, console sandbags tend to work as God, my voice is going. Tend to work as spaced armor. It's like on the Centennial where you get occasionally these weird bounces from stuff that 100% should pen, and it's because they've hit the sandbag and it's counted as spaced armor. It's just giving you just enough armor to bounce that shot.
Yeah. So it has an aim time of 2 seconds and okay dispersions.
Well, significantly better.
Being able to reliably hit
T30,
that
T54s.
being able to reliably hit that directly in the center of the gun be a bit hard. You might want to like change
Yeah,
the
they've changed it massively.
version of the T54 a bit.
Yeah, I've put it to
back
a more
to
accurate gun. How accurate is ours compared to the PC one? Because on the PC one, the one that's got good accuracy, they've nerfed the crap out of the DPM.
If you just go back to like 9.18, you'll get a good comparison of guns because we never did the gun rework.
Oh, I broke it.
It's because you selected the Kampfpanzer, not the 54. Also, why are you not just using the basic comparison tool
I am using the
instead of
comparison
this?
tool.
Use the other one where people can see both tanks.
Oh, I'm going to set the top. Right, okay. Is that the correct one now? 9.1.
Yeah, it changed in 9.20, I believe.
Oh, why is it still on 1.8? You saw me click. Let's see if... There we are. We're professionals.
Yeah. And so its DPM is on the lower end for tier 9 meds, but that's sort of the trade-off for tier 9 meds. If you have if you have the good pin, you have lower DPM. If you have good DPM, you tend to have lower pin. And that's sure to E50.
Yeah. I do like that change actually on the PC one where they've made it that the accurate gun has lower DPM. It's almost as if they balanced it a bit ish. I mean, it's a 254.
They sort of did, sort of not. I found the minor trade in reload was like 0.3. For better base pin, better accuracy, better shell velocity, like better aim time. Just makes it a better tank in general.
Yeah, I mean, I like the T54. I played it on PC as well before that change. The issue with it is just everyone just fires heat. There's a reason it's called the Heat 54. I do like this Kampfpanzer. You don't need it. Yes, it has the heat, but you don't need it. That is a yeah. Shell velocity is always nice. Oh, yeah.
Good accuracy too.
Well, that's one of the things that we'll be talking about once we get to the 30B change. Because I really did not like that change. Need to actually probably open up one of the Tankopedia entries. Shove that over here. Oh, there's a 30B. But yeah. So I think the Kampfpanzer 50T may end up being one of the best of these, depending on how that E6 turns out.
Yeah, it probably will be the best. Um,
Especially for
it
tier 9 ranked.
came out very recently, so I'm not sure. Um, and it's like a firmware rewards thing, which means it's going to be on the higher end of players. Probably get it. So console probably can't get as much useful data on it.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's going to be, again, difficult. Balancing these before they put them in the game. Um, I sometimes wonder if we should have a public test, or maybe rather than technically a public test, have a mode on the main game where when they're releasing new stuff, we all get like a teaser early access, but obviously these stats may change thing, where you can play them in a mode and people get to just play them out. It's going to give them more data than the super test can give them.
Hey, come out and play these tank on war stories. Which may not be the best thing.
Hey, I mean, it gives it a comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just a week where they say these stats may change. One thing I used to really praise World Tanks console for, and again, I make no critique of any of the staff here. This is not what that is at all about, because I would put money that the decision comes from somewhere higher up. But it used to be that World of Tanks PC never did a change until a patch. In the sense of, say it was 6.1 and there was a bug that meant when you shot the tracks of an E5, it didn't get detracked ever. They wouldn't change that until 6.2 or a 6.11. Like, they would wait until an official patch. Whereas World Tanks console, when it was back on 360, would just release a micro patch. They would just patch it as soon as they can. And these days, it's sort of the other way around. To be fair, we don't know, JB, whether that was... I didn't see that, to be fair, but that could have been an internal thing if they just couldn't figure out how to fix it. But again, that also could be the same thing of waiting until an official patch before releasing something. Which I don't understand. War Thunder don't do this. They do the polar opposite. And I've never heard anyone complain going, oh no, that bug in War Thunder, do you know that they fixed it straight away rather than waiting until the next release? Bunch of bastards. But yeah.
Yeah.
So compared to the T54, I mean, it wins on most stuff, but then loses out a bit on DPM.
Yeah, this is a more virtual tank, but it's very much not a brawler, because its side armor is only 40,
Is it
and
worth
it's you like
comparing to the Leopard PCA? Because that's the same gun, isn't it?
for the most part. You have to go to an older version of the PTA as well.
It just reset, didn't it? Wait, what? No.
I don't. If you're gonna be comparing 3 tanks, use the big compare tool.
No, I'm not trying to compare 3 tanks. I'm trying to only compare like 2 at a time, sort of thing. That just changed. Wait, does the what? Oh, I don't care. Wait, did the Kampfpanzer T thing at one point have 320?
The Kampfpanzer?
Yeah.
I always had 320.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so not awake. Yeah, on PC now it definitely has the bigger gun. I remember that much. That's why I was trying to make sure it was still one of the older ones. Thank you for the follow. I can't speak today. The sun has genuinely baked my brain out. Which makes it sound like I'm high on weed, and it's not the case, because that's illegal in this country. Thank you for the follow, Jacob21. So, yeah, it kind of wins against the old Leopard, but barely.
Well, our Leopard is quite a bit more mobile. It has a bit better gun handling. Bit better accurate. It has about the same DPM. I could see them. I don't think if they're going to be touching stuff, I don't think they'll be touching the traverse speed since those are been already on the slower end for a medium.
How do you actually reset this bit? I don't actually know.
Uh,
Oh wait, don't you have to
no,
click on the same tank again?
sure.
It's something daft like that.
If they were gonna change anything about this tank, I could see them slightly reducing its aim time because 2 is actually better than a leopard, and I could see them reducing its camo a small bit because it actually has very good camo. It has point .3, so I could probably see them reducing that like by point .02.
Maybe. I mean,
Um,
camo's a weird one to balance around.
it's still it's a pretty fast tank.
I
So
still see this being very strong. Uh,
yeah, joke. We'll talk about that after we rainbow more.
as I say, I haven't got too much more to say on the 50T. I think it's just going to be the best out of the four.
Yeah,
Right. The sum up of the four, if we go through, is the 244 is just a thing. It's okay. It's a tier 6. It's
I think it'll be
the
nifty.
yeah. I don't think it's gonna be bad. I mean, it's still gonna get trashed by the Tiger 121, like everything.
Well, that's a
Um,
tier 7, but sure.
yes, but it's a tier 7 with preferential matchmaking, so it sees tier 6 all the damn time. That's my point. I'm saying is everything that sees that thing gets trashed by it. At tier 7, obviously that's a joke, by the way. I don't know if any of you saw the accidental launch. What was it called? The release, that's the word, by the Japanese Twitter, where they announced the SU 130 PM as a tier 7, which I saw and immediately messaged people at Wargaming saying, made a joke about the fact that surely we're not going to see a gun of that type at tier 7. Oh wait, the Slayer exists. Who knows?
But then proceeded to make the Dreadnought KV, which is not
Oh yeah,
a good idea.
that exists too. I think this is going to be relatively strong, but then this is going to be super strong. Like this is a tier lower, and the stronger turret on that compared to that means that I'd almost say the 50T is going to be a stronger tank overall. It's going to be a real situation where I think a good player in the 50T will still beat a good player in the T95 in almost all situations.